On this episode of Project RX-7, we're here with Rotary Guru Marco, and we're going to make some jam.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's it. So Marco, looks like the car's all strapped to go. Now, what's the next step before we start making some jam?
Yeah, it's ready to go. I guess hook up my computer, go through the settings, and do some like baseline, and go from there.
Sounds good. I'll leave it in your capable hands, sir.
All right.
Marco, what you doing over there, buddy?
Editing numbers.
Very good. I can't help, but I'm not sure I'm filming you. I'm filming whoever's behind you there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Boing. All right, Marco, so how was the timing? What was up?
It was retarded by like 15 degrees.
Ah, so that could be the reason why we didn't make any jam the last time.
Yep.
So Marco, I see that your elbow's deep again in the car. What's the next step we're doing over here?
Well, put in the race plugs and see if we can do some power pulls.
Marco, what are we doing now?
We connected the water bath, so we're gonna crank up the boost and see what kind of jam we can make.
Sweet. Safe boost, right? Safe boost.
22 pounds.
Sounds good. Let's do it. All right. Okay, peeps. So, if any questions, this is my dyno, I guess. It's like 387, 389.7. It's called 390.
There you
And
go.
torque at 314.4. Very jittery, just like me. What's up with that?
Yeah, that's I guess basically my theory of the compression being sort of low, being by the springs being weak, which will only happen under high load because it starts up fine, so it appears to be a healthy motor just running it. But once you put load on it, that's when normally this jitteriness, that would be ignition breakup. That's typically what it's from, but we tested everything,
Right.
and everything's working. So it's basically as the motor starts loading up and starts to make power where it's supposed to make torque like here, because it is a street port, it actually just starts to bottom off, and it's not typical for a ported rotary engine in any sense of the word.
Mm.
So that's, the tune is safe. I actually pushed the timing a little bit because I do feel it is weaker, so you can push it a little more when the motor is a little low on compression.
You know what? I am a little disappointed, but not really. This is not a new build. This was built 2 years ago, and it ran with some gremlin issues in the past. So, I mean, a very long teething process, but I'm happy the car is tuned. Drivability is fine, so I just can't wait to drive it finally. It's a whole new car, new suspension, new diff, everything is new to me, so it's going to take some time to learn. So, yeah, I'm just glad to get it up. The car up. So the next step would be alignment at doves. And so once again, thank you Marco, RX Tuning, for helping us out. And eat a banana without breaking eye contact.
There you go. There you go.
All right, we're here at NV Auto with Dove, getting Project RX-7 aligned and ready for the track.
I don't do these things.
All right, Ken Wagon, admit your noobiness about alignments on the internet.
I admit that I'm a noob with everything in life. My girlfriend will verify that. But anyways, I know nothing about alignment, pretty much the basic stuff, but not enough to help me go fast. So we've enlisted the help of Dove to help us get this thing handling a bit faster. So Dove,
Yeah.
we can do.
It was full stance. It was amazing. So we raised it up half an inch to begin with. It looked really good, but just the travel in the rear wasn't really working for the amount of camber we need. took about 1.5 degrees of camber out of it. It had 3 degrees when we first rolled it.
Yeah.
I think we took it down to
1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
And then we, for clearances, back to 2, just trying to get more of the tire on the ground.
Right.
And the front camber, 2.5 degrees, all we can get out of it. I think that was it.
Yeah, I was hoping we get 3.5, but I think it's like 2.9 right now.
There's not a lot of camber adjustment in the front. Some people have cut the actual,
The strut tower?
not the strut tower, but the actual.
Oh, right.
So
to
they
move
can
that.
get more, but
That's sketchy as shit.
Yeah,
Let's not
sketchy,
do
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Well, we just want a good starting point here, and then we can go to the track, collect some data, and see if we need more or less of any of that
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna square up the toe, just
Yep.
0 toe all the way around. Then you guys get the heat gun on it, measure the tire temps, and start tinkering with the track. But like this now is like a base for gingerman.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're
So-
gonna get killed by the rack. There we go.
And are you going to do the test driving for us, Trev, or what? You think you can-
I was gonna do the test drive, but then I realized that I'm not 3 feet tall and I
Right.
can't fit in the car.
See, being Asian has its benefits.
Ken built the car for his people and his people only.
My people built the car for the people.
That's true, they did.
Yeah.
All right, people, this is what the world's sexiest ass looks like, or at least in car guy terms. I think this is pretty close.
And then there's my car. Oh, I thought you were talking about Nam's.
No, Nam does have a nice ass, but I'm going with the FD on this one. I am liking your custom diffuser. The internet was asking about where they can buy one, Ken, but
You can buy it from NP Auto.
you can buy one from Enviado, that's true. They could build you one. This is Ken's own work, though. He built this out of Alumilite that he got from Enviado, and who they refused to charge him for.
Still waiting on that bill.
I know. Never ask for the bill, Ken. Just roll with it. But we do want grip, which is why we have these giant ass 315 Toyo R888s on here. On the ZE40s, because everyone's got to have ZE40s now, right? And on the old Hunter alignment rack here, with the big boss man, Nam, the alignment ninja. Are you done already?
I gotta bring it down.
Oh, you got to bring it out. So in other words, get my
You're
fat
holding
ass
me
out of
up.
the way here. Sorry. So let's see what we got going on over here. All right, there you have it, folks. We actually got it up to over 3 degrees in the front of negative camber, which is great. I think we're going to need all of that to get as much grip out of the front end as we can. And then we've got the rear at 2 degrees, which is maybe a bit more than we want. You know, you want the rear tires fairly upright to help with traction, really putting the power down. But we may find that this setting works well. We won't know until we get to the track and actually collect some data. Have you gone drifting yet this year?
No.
Why? That makes me sad.
I know, it makes me sad too. I cry myself to sleep every night.
You need to do more drifting.
You
Do you
gotta
think
show
you
'em
could?
the pistons. You gotta show them all the cool.
Do you think you could drift this thing?
I would try.
Are you willing to try?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have you come out and drift this thing. Then.
I feel like the front tires may not turn a lot.
It's a 315. That may not be the right setup for a drift car.
There's not a whole lot of room in
There's
it.
not a lot of angle there, but you could power drift it at least, right?
Oh yeah. Or crash trying. It's not my car.
Well, that's kind of my specialty. We prefer if you actually drifted it properly.
Oh, okay.
That's, you know, we're being a bit picky, I know, but let's make it happen, boys. Let's go shake this thing down, turn some fast lap times, and then we'll let Riley break your car.
Sounds good.
Those are teeny little legs.
They look the same. Look, our hips are about the same.
Inseam
He'll fit the
is
car, no
same.
problem.
Look at that,
can
you're
even
like
share
6 inches
pants.
taller than him,
Yeah,
but your
look.
legs are the same
Well,
length.
hipster pants.
Hipster pants. You need to grow a giant beard,
You even have a
Ken.
shoelace as a belt.
So you're hobo spec. Is that what
I'm
you're
red.
saying?
Yeah. Stylish, I guess.
Look at that. It's all upper body. You're a special kind of beast,
I'm all
aren't you?
spine.
And you got a six-pack under there now too, dude. You've been like on the hardcore.
6-pack of hair.
Oh, look at
Look
that.
at that.
Look at that thing.
So furry.
I'm putting that bit of video in the spank bank.
Yeah, I would.